This game is Dagon. Faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work focused on story and atmosphere. No difficult choices.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Yeah, that's good themes right there. During the game you will encounter interactive elements, yeah. The circle, the weird stick, and the question mark. Some of the trivia is hidden. It's trivia. I didn't see none of that stuff. Yeah, and the elder sign. Oh, focus your eyes. Okay, so that button's actually to focus. Look closer at things. All right. Yeah, I can look closer at things. Hold on. Okay. Lovecraft's letters. As to letters, my case is peculiar. I write such things exactly, as easily, and as rapidly as I would utter the same topics in conversation. Indeed, epistolary expression is with me largely becomes more and more acute. No, I just skipped something. Indeed, epistolary expression is with me largely replacing conversation as my condition of nervous prostration, this is a lot of big words for me, becomes more and more acute. I cannot bear to talk much now, and I am becoming as silent as the spectre himself. My loquacity extends itself on paper. December 23rd, 1917, Reinhard Klenner. From Lovecraft. Throughout his life, Lovecraft penned around 100,000 letters to his friends and fans, out of which about 10% survive to this day, but his tendency to endlessly correspondence was a relatively late growth. In youth, I scarcely did any letter writing. Thanking anybody for a present was so much of an ordeal that I would rather have written 250-line pastoral or a 20-page treatise on the rings of Saturn. Selected letters 1929 to 1931 H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft would often skip meals to avoid postage. To afford postage. Now that's dedication right there. Collections of his correspondence have been published in various books, and selected letters can be found online. Some readers consider them his most important legacy. Okay. Go back to them later. In the main menu, turn off displaying trivia. I'll mark that off. If it's trivia, I don't know. I don't know what it's on about. Okay,
penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Oh, that's a needle.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate.
I don't. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Wait. What can I zoom in on that might show me something?
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Oh. I got it. It's going to be on my main page. Whatever it's called. Okay. Writing.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
The German sea raider. I just got something else. Oh. Oh. That was awfully loud.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
That looks awfully familiar. I don't even know what it is, though. Oh, I can't turn that way.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Okay. Ah, yes. I will collect them all, like Pokemon.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone, in a small boat, with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Okay. Well, that's always good. What about, is there any weird dots? It does not seem so. Oh. Splash,
When I
splash.
finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
That's pretty, pretty.
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator.
Wow. This is a very pretty game.
Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Man, imagine being out in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's a big ocean, you're on a boat, and you're just like, imagine the only thing you have is that little light, and your boat flips over, and all you get is, like, whatever. Whenever the sun is up, you get the sun, and then it's darkness. Like, that's terrifying, dude. Is that the sun or the moon? I don't even know. Well, there's no little dots or anything.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Huh. It's so pretty. Ooh, there's a little rowboat thing. Okay. It's a rowboat with only one rowing thing.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
This is what I did as a kid, because I was jealous both my sisters had glasses. So I just stared at the sun until I got some. It's like, I want to be like them.
The change happened whilst I slept.
What? Well, listen, this has changed a little bit. Why's the music gotten like that?
Its details I shall never know.
No? You shall never know?
For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
This has suddenly gotten really creepy. What? Whoa. You okay, dude? Are you okay?
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see.
It's like that oil spill thing that happened way back in time. No, because this would be terrifying.
And in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
Yo, I don't blame you.
For there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
The fact that it is speckled with white specks, so it looks like it's the sky.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
That is nasty, man. Yeah, that's gross.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity.
Okay.
There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
Is this a dream, or is this actually like what happened? Oh, what is that? What sort of creature looks like that? It's like a big beetle with a bunch of legs.
The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
It got quiet really fast, completely devoid of any sound. There we are. There's some sound. Is there any zoomies? Is there anything I can zoom in on? Is there any zoomies? No zoomies? That's unfortunate, but you know what? Oh, that's nasty.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I
Ew.
realized that only one theory could explain my position.
What theory is that, mister?
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
Yeah, the sea is terrifying, dude.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might.
Really? Man was beached at... Is that a whale? That's supposed to be a whale moving back and forth because there's nothing else that huge. Unless it's a giant squid or something. Oh no. This is very, there's a lot of the squids and tentacle creatures everywhere.
Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
Well, these things don't look very dead. They're moving around a little bit. Huh. I got it. Oh, fishy.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
The vanished sea.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Whoa. Well, nothing's moving anymore.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Okay. At least the sky's still pretty. Walking along. I don't. It's all like.
All day I forged
liquidy.
steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Well, it's quite the wet desert, though. Look at it. It's very. There's the music. It's very. Either it's wet or it's sticky. Cause look at it. It's all reflecty. And stuff. That's that. Where's the. There has to be something here. Right? For the little, what was it called? The elder tree thing? No? Okay. That's a beached whale right there.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
What is this supposed to be? How long is this thing? Is it all multiple different things, or is it one big, long, like, snake thing? Oh, no, no, no. There's that. Oh. Got it. I got it. Okay. Ooh.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
That's usually how, the world works.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
I don't blame you.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night, but ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain.
This is pure cinema here.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again.
Yeah, dreams be like that sometimes.
And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
What? Isn't it safer during the day?
Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Oh, it's because it's hot. Because he said desert, even though it looks like there's water everywhere. So, it can't be that. It can't, I guess there's deserts that have water, but still.
Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset.
Interesting. Ooh, I can see... Oh, that's not trees, that's the text box.
Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Oh. Can I take a little gander? Oh.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me.
Yeah.
But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
Oh. Now that's just hopeless.
Whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine.
Oh. All that effort, climbing, walking for days, just to find nothing at the end of the tunnel. That's actually horrendous.
I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Well, if you wait till morning, maybe you'll see the bottom of it.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
Okay.
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness.
Okay. Through the unfashioned realms of darkness. These are some creative metaphors
As
are coming with.
As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
No?
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent.
Oh, so it's just a cliff. You'll be fine, dude. It's just a cliff. It might just be the shadow of the cliff that's making so the moon can't show you what's down there. You know?
Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
The declivity? I'm learning new words. Does not seem like there are any trees anywhere, so we'll continue this.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath.
What is that? That's like a wall. Like, it is way too uniform to be man-made. Way too uniform.
Gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
The what? The Stygian... The Stygian? I don't remember how he said it.
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
Yeah, that would do that. That would definitely be something that would catch your attention very fast.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
What is it? What is... I see that? What do you even do in this situation? In the middle of absolutely nowhere? There's no people around you. You're the only person, and you climb, go through all this effort, go up this hill, okay, climb down the cliff, and then in front of you is this big rock that's like a rectangle rock. What do you even do? You just have to suck it up and keep going, right?
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
Yeah, but why does it look like that? It's way too sharp on the corners for it to just be a random piece of stone.
But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Yo, what's with the thunder? Okay, it's not raining. Does it look like it's raining? There's that. Can I see anything? Anywhere? Oh, stars.
For despite its enormous magnitude, and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young,
Oh, that's right. This was all at the bottom of the... That's even scarier. Yo, that being at the bottom of the sea where humanity couldn't have gone way back, that's terrifying. Because, like, who put it down there? Unless someone just dropped a big rock in the sea, but nobody had the technology to do that back then, right? Right? Nobody. So, like, who put it there?
I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith.
I only know about monoliths because of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures.
So like an ancient civilization type of thing.
Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Okay. Was that a hint? I'm examining. There's something right there. That's the forward button. Then there's the sky, and there's the feet that we don't have.
The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm.
Whoa. There's painting on it. Oh, that's... Oh, no. There's water, for one. That's nice. You can go swimming, take a little bath, a little bathy bath. If it's not poisoned, but, you know. That is... Yeah, that's terrifying. What would you do in this situation? Honestly, what would you do? Nothing. You would just be stuck. I mean, what are you gonna do? Go over to it? What do you do? Leave it there? I mean, you can't take it with you. It's huge. You're like this small little fry in front of that.
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions, and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope.
Should have taken your boat with you. I didn't know it was coming out both directions, though. I guess it's like a river.
Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith.
Cyclopean monolith? What do it mean, Cyclopean? Did the Cyclops make it? Like, I don't understand. That looks like 4 different people. There looks like waves right there with a bunch of fish on top. So, like, what is that? Like, you know, down underworld type stuff. And then that's like the overworld with all the fishies. Does it meet in both ends? Is it like up and down? Like it protrudes out the top of the underworld thing in the picture? Does that mean this guy's in the underworld? I don't know.
On whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
Crude? I wouldn't say crude. They're just like faces and stuff. Oh, those are little... Hey, that right... Those are like mermaid people. Those are all fishes. There's like a weird head, another head, another head, another head. A bunch of mermaids with a what looks like the monolith in the middle of them. The waves above that, and then a bunch of fish with some inscriptions on top. But that's all I see, you know. What is going on that way? That the rock? Oh, do I have to do stuff? Look at the moon. Hey, the detail in this game, though. is quite exquisite. I'll use some big words too, see?
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me, and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
Wait, how are you on top? How did you get up here? How did you see the... How... Is it just showing me? I don't know. These are all shells. There's a jellyfish. What looks like a shark. I'm gonna turn my mic up. Maybe I don't need to, but I'm going to. Then there's all different kinds of sharks. There's a seahorse, a turtle. The middle part is what looks like a bunch of sea life merged together to make some sort of human figure with a what looks like a what's it called? Squid octopus in the middle. Give me a moment. I'm gonna check the it seems very high. I'm just making sure it's not too loud for y'all. Wow. Okay.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like.
It has crustaceans and mollusks. Such fun words to say.
Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world.
Well, that looks like some spikes. That looks like a weird... It has like chicken legs and a shark head right there. This thing in the middle here looks like a weird mix of like a crab, a ladybug, a spider, and like an octopus and a jellyfish all like mixed together. That just looks like an octopus from where I am. And the other one at the very end looks like Cookie Monster, so that's that's what I'm getting from this.
But whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain.
Oh, I see. They all represent the dead animals that he saw. Maybe I just can't see it because of all the lighting.
It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
The pictorial? Is that the middle one? Yes, it is. It looks like. What is that that's an alligator or a crocodile, one of the two.
Plainly visible across the intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas-reliefs, whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré.
You just said a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. Bas-reliefs? And I don't know what a doré is either. But okay. Bas-reliefs. Are you talking about the weird things that look like they'd be mermaids? The middle part is definitely this monolith thing.
I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men.
So I was right. The bas-reliefs are the mermaid men, mer people.
Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto.
Yeah. Oh. What's that at the very bottom there, right above the text box? That, to me, what I can't zoom in on it. That looks terrifying. That looks like a person's face with two eyes. Or, like, if you look at it another way, it looks like an angry, like, one of those ooblex from Doctor Who. These are, yeah, they're the mer people.
Homage at some monolithic shrine, which appeared to be under the waves as well.
Under the waves. All of the other stuff was above the waves.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail.
What? You dare not speak in detail. We can't see their faces. We can see their forms, though.
For the mere remembrance makes me grow faint.
Oh. Now that's not good.
Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
Oh, these are what it is. Oh, nah. Talk about aliens.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background.
Well, good. I'm glad we don't have to actually see them in real detail then.
For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's even worse. Whales are huge. I don't know what kind of whale that is, but if it's a huge whale, then that means that these are giant merpeople. That's terrifying. If there were people who had tails who were huge, like whales, nah. This is why the ocean is absolutely... it's just so scary.
I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size.
Yeah.
But in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe.
Yeah? You decided that? You didn't think, oh, maybe these are hieroglyphs of actual beings. I mean, where did they get the visuals for these things, right? Well, they'd be worshipping these things. They don't even know what they look like, you know? But they have paintings. They have hieroglyphs of them, right? So they had to have existed at some point, right? Imaginary gods, that doesn't make any sense because, like, where would they have gotten... Like, yeah, it comes from the imagination, but what prompted that? What prompted this to be the thing they imagined? That's my,
Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
Oh. So, like a way back. Like, way back. Before humans were even fully... We probably still had tails back then. I'm not great with history, though.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me.
Yeah? You mused?
Then, suddenly,
What?
I saw it.
No. Please don't tell me it's one of those things. Please don't tell me it's one of those things. I don't want... Please. It's making ripples through the entire water. Oh, God.
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
No. I would rather that not happen, personally. I can't look away, though. It's like a torture. It's like a torture device. I can look up. Oh my gosh.
Like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith.
Nah. I need a second. I like scratched all of my teeth up because I bit down really hard. Ow. Nah. My chest just lurched. that I knew it. The darn things, they couldn't have just like been imagined by a primitive species. Like, if it's that primitive, how would it have had the imagination to do that in the first place?
About which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds.
Things are getting a little foggy.
I think I went mad then.
Yeah, I
Of
think
my
anyone
frantic
would.
ascent of the sloping cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
Yeah, I have a feeling that, yeah, you would be pretty terrified by that, right? Yeah, anybody who saw something like that
I
would go
believe I
mad.
sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Man's really lost it. He has really lost it. Okay.
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
Lovely. Now you're gonna be cold and crazy. It went quiet fast.
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital.
Was this a... Oh my goodness. Wait, was this like a mental break? Like this guy was high? I mean, it said something about morphine at the very beginning.
Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean.
Oh. He was going crazy from the lack of, like, anything.
In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
Wow.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing.
Imagine, like, imagining all that. That would be, like, just having to experience that and then wake up and realize none of it was even real in the first place.
Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Oh, so he still believes that it's a real thing.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist.
Ethnologist?
And amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Oh, that's what Dagon is. The title of this game is Fish God. Or the name of a fish, the fish god. Same, dude. Same. Okay. Well, where am I supposed to click next? Ah, I see.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Oh, okay. So he didn't give you anything you wanted. He didn't, like, care. Man. Say they're scientists, yet they're not even willing to try anything new. Test anything. Ethnologist or whatever it was. That one was green.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing.
So he's still seeing it. So he really went crazy on that boat. Either that or he actually saw that and then he was saved and he is convinced that
I
that...
tried morphine.
Man, you really just, you know, literally everybody says don't do that. Everyone. There's not one person who's like, hey, you know what you should do? You should go on drugs. Nobody says that. No one. At all. Ever. Nobody asks you to do that. You probably shouldn't have tried that. At all.
But the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave.
That's called addiction. You know? When you're addicted to something. Hopeless slave, yeah. You literally turned yourself in. That's what you did.
So now, I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Wow. Contemptuous amusement? So, like, you know they ain't gonna believe you even after you've gone. They're just gonna be like, yeah, man went insane. You know, start taking them shots. Started doing drugs, you know. Wow. That's crazy. Man.
Often,
Drinky.
I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm.
Phantasm. That's awesome. That's a great word. Phantasm.
A mere freak of fever, as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat, after my escape from the German man of war.
Yeah, it could have, yeah.
This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply.
Yeah, what if it was real?
I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed.
That is the fear of the unknown, my friend.
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite.
Wow.
I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind.
So he has a major, like, what's it called? To be, like, the phobia of the sea. Like, you are genuinely terrified of the sea and what lies within it. He got that.
Of a day when the land shall sink, and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Oh, that's a vision. Oh my goodness, that is New York City. I'm sure it has the Statue of Liberty, right? That's what that means. Yeah. That got loud for a second.
The end is near.
What the heck is that? Yo. Hey, what's... Oh, nah. No. Could the end not be near? Like, just a thought. I think you're having a bad trip, dude. Or something.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Wow. See, I don't know if I want to see what's on the other side.
It shall not find me.
Dude, you're having a bad trip right now. I don't think you should really take it... I don't think you should take it as reality, you know? Oh, yeah. I can't look away. I
God,
can't.
that hand.
It's a bad trip, dude. Just close your eyes, man.
The window. The window.
Close your eyes, man. Well. Oh, he's gone. Oh my goodness. That was so sudden. I didn't know that was gonna be like the complete end. Wow. The window, the window. Oh, that was a great game. For all those watching on YouTube, this is, I don't know if I said it at the beginning because I didn't. Whoa.
And scary stories have been accompanying men for centuries. They have many faces and forms.
It's a
But
video.
what is their purpose? Why do we enjoy being afraid so much? During our therapy, I'll try to
Oh, shoot. This is going to be released in 2026. I can get the demo. I can get the demo right now if I want to. Wow. Okay, I have it in my library. Not downloaded, but... Oh my goodness. So I missed a couple. I knew I did. I knew I missed a few. You know, the scientist, the journalist, morphine. This game was called, Dagon? I think it was Dagon. Actually a W game. That was actually a W